Okay, good day. So here we are, I think it's end of March, and I have been asked to make a couple of items for a wedding. So I'm going to start with this piece of elm here, and we're going to vacuum that, infuse that, vacuum it, pressure it, and make some kind of a vase out of this. So let's get her into the bucket, and then we'll get it in the vacuum chamber and add some epoxy. A little bit of mold release. Hopefully it'll work this time. Just a bit. Okay, and as per usual, we'll wrap the bag around this and we'll get her into the vacuum chamber. I know it's a little out of round, but that's not the end of the world. We'll fix all that when we put it on the lathe. So if you've watched any of my videos, you've seen me do this before. I always put a bag over my stuff. It just keeps my vacuum chamber clean. Otherwise it's just a frickin' mess and really hard to get that stuff out of it. So also kind of makes your bucket a little taller too when you add the poly there, the plastic, so that you can account for the foaming and everything, because they really foam up a lot, especially at the start. Okay, that looks good. That looks really good. Okay, we got to cut these pockets to make sure we don't have any air collecting in there. Otherwise, it'll just go boom and make a big mess. Okay, we'll get you to the vacuum chamber. Okay, so here we are in the mixing room. Okay, so we're going to go with some some raw umber for this one, just to blend in a bit with the, it just blends in good with the elm. So we're going to do our standard 3-liter pour to start, and then we'll do a top up at the end here. So we're going with 2 liters of this and 1 liter of the hardener. Actually, I said we're going to do 2 liters. We're going to do 80 ounces. Is just a little bit more. So 80 ounces of the A, and 40 ounces of the B. And we'll give that a good mix. I think we might add some glow in the dark too. We're going to add some nuclear green. That's going to give it a little tiny glow. We'll give it a healthy shot of that too. Right. Don't forget the sides and the bottom. And I know there's other old epoxy in there, but that just dries to the bottom. These pails are very easy to get this epoxy off of. I let it dry till I get about a 1/4 inch, and then all I do is I'll leave this stuck to it for a day or two till it hardens, and then you can just peel that whole thing out. It just comes out like a sock. Works really well. Okay. Okay, there it is in the pressure pot. This is about 1.5 liters. Okay, we'll come back and take a look in 3 hours, see how it's doing. Okay, so 3 hours later, and we're gonna see how far down the epoxy's gone. Yeah, not bad. Wow. You can see all the air that's been compressed in there. Now it's coming out. I'll just top this up and then we'll hopefully I've got enough here. Okay, we'll come back in 3 days and we'll have a look. Okay, we'll pump her up to 65 pounds and check on her in a couple days. Hello and welcome back. So it's been 3 days, so let's open her up and see what we got. There it is. We'll take her to the bench and get her out. See what happens. Hopefully it comes out easy. Okay, let's see how this goes. If we can get her out or not. Looks like she's coming off pretty easy so far. So that wasn't bad at all. I'll make a vase out of this. This is just some elm. Get back to it when we get her on the lathe.